Hey everybody, I'm Chris. I'm all set to count down the week's 40 most popular country songs in the nation as they're ranked by MediaBase 24/7 for the chart week of September 23rd, 2023. Before I get started with this week's countdown, let's take a look back at last week's top 3. At number 3 was Angels by Thomas Rhett. At number 2 was Love You Anyway by Luke Combs. And the number 1 song last week was Bury Me in Georgia by Kane Brown. Now, can Kane hang on to that number 1 spot for a second week? We'll find out soon. First, we'll get started with the latest by Cody Johnson as he slips a notch to number 40 with The Painter. And number 39, slipping a spot, Scotty McCreery with Cab in a Solo. At number 38, slipping a spot, Carly Pearce and Chris Stapleton with We Don't Fight Anymore. At number 37, slipping back a spot, Parker McCollum with Burn It Down. At number 36, dropping 1, Carrie Underwood with Out of That Truck. Dropping back 2 spots to number 35, Gabby Barrett with Glory Days. And the fastest climbing song this week, up 6 notches to number 34. It's Jelly Roll featuring Lainey Wilson with Save Me. At number 33, moving up 1, it's Hardy with Truck Bed. At number 32, for a second week, Warren Ziders with Pretty Little Poison. At number 31, for a second week, Brian Kelly with See You Next Summer. At number 30, for a third week, it's Jackson Dean with Fearless. At number 29, dropping back 2 spots, Brothers Osborne with Nobody's Nobody. For a second week at number 28, it's Nate Smith with World on Fire. Dropping back 1 to number 27, it's Chase Beckham with 23. Up 3 spots to number 26, Chris Stapleton with White Horse. Holding steady at number 25 is Riley Green and Luke Combs with Different Round Here. Slipping back a spot to number 24, Mitchell Tenpenny with We Got History. Trading places with Mitchell, moving up 1 to number 23, Connor Smith with Creek Will Rise. Holding at number 22 in her 22nd week on the chart, Ashley McBride with Light On in the Kitchen. And for a second week at number 21, it's George Burge and Mind on You. For a second week at number 20, the latest by Chris Jansen called All I Need Is You. Dropping back 2 to number 19, Kelsey Ballerini and If You Go Down. Moving up 1 to number 18, Dan and Shay with Save Me the Trouble. Slipping back 1 to number 17, Dylan Scott with Can't Have Mine. At number 16, dropping back 1, Luke Bryan with But I Got a Beer in My Hand. Up 3 spots to number 15, the 7th week on the chart, Morgan Wallen with Thinking About Me. Dropping back 2 spots to 14 is Dustin Lynch with Stars Like Confetti. Up 1 to number 13, Tim McGraw with Standing Room Only. At number 12, moving up 1, Morgan Wallen with Everything I Love. And down from number 2 last week to number 11 with his number 1 hit from 2 weeks ago, Luke Combs with Love You Anyway. Alright, with the first of the 10 biggest hits, here's Morgan Wallen spending a second week at number 10 with Last Night. And leaping into the top 10, up 2 spots to number 9, this becomes his 5th top 10 hit. It's Russell Dickerson with God Gave Me a Girl. Back up 1 to number 8 with his former number 1, it's Jelly Roll with Need a Favor. Holding steady at number 7 is Luke Combs' former number 1 hit called Fast Car. Here's last week's number 1 down to number 6, Kane Brown with Bury Me in Georgia. Leaping 3 spots to number 5 is Parmalee, and the song has been on the chart the longest at 44 weeks, called Girl and Mine. Up 2 spots to number 4, Jason Aldean with Try That in a Small Town. At number 3, up 2 spots, Lainey Wilson with Watermelon Moonshine. The second ranked country song this week, up 2 spots, Bailey Zimmerman with Religiously. And the number 1 song in country music this week, taking 31 weeks to get here, and this becomes his 21st number 1 country hit. It's Thomas Rhett with Angels Don't Always Have Wings. Till next week, I'm Chris. Thanks for listening.